See, we have some guests. More light stuff, topics. Oh, maybe it's not. It's all very advanced. We continue Upadishamrita. The book Srila Rupa Goswami was writing under the order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is essential for understanding spiritual life. The instruction of the Mahajans are always true, but their conduct may not always be useful to the beginner. Their instruction are always useful, but not always their practices. A Mahajan may do something that may not be helpful for my stage. He has such great spiritual power that a little defect may not harm him in any way in his practice. An intelligent person will accept those practices that are baked by his words. There's a shloka from Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Ishvaranam vajas satyam tadaiva chandanam kvachit desham yat seva vajo yuktam buddhimim stam samajarit. The statements of great persons are always true, and the acts they perform are exemplary when consistent with those statements. Therefore, one who is intelligent should carry out their instructions. So, Ishvaranam Vajas Satyam, the leaders of the higher order, what they say, that is true. Vaja Satyam. But sometimes their conduct is not always the same. Tataiva Chandam Kvajit. Always try to follow their advice, but don't try to imitate their conduct. Charitam Kvajit. An intelligent man will all accept that conduct which is one and the same with their advice. Buddhimam stat samajarit. When he has realized a higher state, he may not be very ardent to follow the conduct of the lower stage. But when he comes to advise me, he will tell me what is necessary for my position. But he himself may not accept the same thing as his own conduct. He is above that. He has finished that class and he is reading in a higher class. And when a student of that class comes to, he gives the lessons of his level. Ishvaranam Vajas Satyam, because he knows that he is giving advice to a particular section. He will always give advice in a proper line. Tataiva Chararitam Kvajit. But their own practice is not always the same as their advice. They themselves may go to a higher position, There is no necessity of that sort of practice. And an intelligent man will accept that conduct, which is always corroborated by his advice. Nowadays we find many so-called gurus in India, everywhere, Western. They are imitating those great souls who are completely detached. And they want to step or jump on their level where they not belong, where they are not, can understand. So we should not imitate, but rather we should follow. Not anukarana, imitation, but anusharana. Anusharana means to follow in the footsteps. We must understand the difference. Anusharana means sincerity. Anukarana is only for pratishtha. Pratishtha, what is pratishtha? Anybody knows? Yes, the level where we want fame, name, profit. So many so-called gurus, they are on this level. Pratishtha is a contamination. So without inner purity, only to imitate things outwardly, to get the glory of being a sadhu, anusharana means sincere progress from the heart. Anukarana is artificial. Once the renowned dramatist Girish Chandra Ghosh made one drama about Chaitanya Deva and wanted Bhaktivinoda Thakur to open the drama because Bhaktivinoda Thakur had a good name in the devotion to Chaitanya Deva. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur hatefully dismissed him. I am not going to give connection with these false things. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur dismissed this awkward imitation. I don't want to come in touch with that. Instead of trying to follow in Bhaktivinoda Thakur's footsteps, he was making a show of his connection. It was imitation. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur avoided it. One prostitute, Vinodini, was selected to play the part of Chaitanya Deva, Krishna. Then Ramakrishna was chosen instead of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Ramakrishna, yeah, everybody knows in India, Ramakrishna mission. And so instead of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they asked Ramakrishna. So then Ramakrishna was chosen instead of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he went to see the drama. That Vinodini began to cry, shedding tears while taking the name of Krishna, and Ramakrishna was very much impressed with that. So much so that the next morning he went to see that Vinodini. He told that the prostitute, "You are very fortunate you are taking the name of Krishna and shedding tears. You have created such an impression in me. I feel very fortunate. So I have come to see you again." And she was very ashamed. No, she said. And Ramakrishna told her, "One that can rouse devotion in the hearts of so many by shedding tears and all these things when playing Chaitanya Deva. She is not an ordinary person." In this way Ramakrishna eulogized her. But we are not a party to that. We don't recognize that. The Gaudiya Math, the devotees of Prabhupada, they cannot accept such appreciation and such a false representation. It is all imitation, a shame, not real. I won't help. It won't help our real progress. So even they come here in the temple, last Janmashtami, you may remember. It was imitation. One a non-devotee cannot play these things. In the drama, men may take the role of Narad Goswami and chant Haribol, and tears may appear from his eyes. But it is simply artificial. It may be articulated 10% to show the symptoms in the body and in the mind. One can learn the art without touch of divinity. It is possible. Some people are naturally of that temperament. Very easily they can shed tears. Their temperament is such. There are others who can learn the art of doing so. So there are two classes of people who, without a slight touch of divinity, can show the public so many high sentiments. So without the least touch of Shuddha Sattva, means of real purity, they can freely exhibit all these things to deceive people. So devotion does not mean only to shed tears and to Shiva and to wear tilak. What happened? Later. Devotion does not mean only to shed tears and to Shiva and to wear tilak and to lasi and dance and chant. These are all external feats. We must not misguide it, seeing these imitating aspects. These feats of devotion, we must try to save the ordinary people from the false exhibition of the higher Vaishnava character. These things many will find. An example I personally watched for many years. I went to Vrindavan, Kartik month. There are sitting many beggars on the road along the Parikram path, Govardhan Parikram. I watched always this one he cut his feet, and I think he painted some blood and something on. Then many so-called sadhus have the same interest, sitting around him or also begging. They were discussing and laughing, and when some pilgrim comes, then he started holding his feet and started crying like a child. But it was, it looks real, but it was fake. After they went by, he again discussed. It is nowadays. I know one sitting in front of the temple, of the ISKCON temple. I will also not forget. He was putting on from the morning to evening. He was sitting there, a sannyas dress, just sitting and begging. And then the evening he left, and then. Then I watched where is he going in the night time. So he went around the corner, few houses, and there he went inside. So he maintained a big family, he had a big house, got many donations. And he was, one could see him afterwards coming out like dressed. And went to another place. In the morning he put on his working clothes. Yes, this is going on nowadays. Of course, everybody tries to maintain themselves, but we should if we give donation, we have to give donation to the real sadhu, because he will not use it for his enjoyment or maintaining family or everything is used in seva, in service of Krishna. Nothing. Real sadhu should live without just no possessions. Nothing belongs to him. This is real. Such persons are not found, or very rarely found. Yeah, any question on this? I mean, these are two examples. I can tell you all night. In the opposite side, when I first came to India, it's 77. I was staying in Rameshwaram for some time. And there were big rows in the main temple entrance. It was about, I don't know, maybe 200 sadhus sitting there. So I thought I have to give some donation to everyone, So I changed money into paisa. I had a big bag, But nowadays paisa is nothing, But at this time, it was much, So I went from one to another, one row and another, left and right. Everybody got some 50 paisa or 20 paisa, something like this, I don't remember. But only coins, And there were some about 20 sadhus left in the end, and that paisa I did. So I went to change to a shop. But they said they have only paper money, that means 1 rupee. So I thought, okay, then I changed 20 or 30 rupees in one rupee. Then I went to the sadhus on the end and offered them this 1 rupee. And they said, no. They did not accept. Only paisa, only coins. Yeah. These times are gone. Nowadays, if you go on Radha Kund or make parigram there, and I give, this was also many years ago, 25 years or more. So I give also some donation. One sadhu was begging, I thought, okay, I give him. I got, I think, 20 rupees. It was still much at this time. And He said, 500 rupees. 500. He wants 500. Then he said, no, I don't have so much with me. I cannot give. So he threw the 20 rupees to me and spit on me. This is the sadhu in Kali Yuga, becoming worse and worse. Of course, there are always some real sadhus also. One has to serve a sadhu, one should give. But nowadays, cheater and cheated. That is Kali Yuga. The one cheats and the other one is cheated. And we belong to the class of the cheated one. The government is the cheater. They found the first place. They are robbing us. So this we should always be careful what is real and what is fake, what is contaminated by material desire. They will never understand spiritual life. They are disqualified. They are materialists. They have to come next lifetime. They have to give back everything. So then, anything to say on this? Well, this is the fourth shloka from the Upanishamrita. Tadhati parikinati guyam akyati prichyati pujayate jaiva sadvidham vritti lakshanam. The translation of this is offering gifts and accepting gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence and inquiring confidentially, accepting prasad and offering prasad. These are the 6 symptoms of love shared by devotees. So devotees are acting like this, offering gifts, accepting gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, something what is moving their heart, and inquiring confidentially, accepting prasad and offering prasad. These are the 6 symptoms of love shared by the devotees. So this we also practice here. We're sharing the prasad, but they accept. With this, what the public on Sunday coming, we could not even make a bread, It's coming all from the devotees, But nowadays it's in South India still they give, they are billionaires. The temples, what is the great temple there? Tirupati is very famous there. Yeah. They have so much money, so the government's taking now a big part of them. They cannot tolerate, they got too much money. Yes, they do, they also giving. But in the Western countries, they think we are caritas. We're living on donations, Everything by higher. We are depending on the Lord. Whatever He gives, we use in the service of Krishna. So, and Krishna cares for us, so that we can continue this. So offering gifts, there are 6 symptoms of love shared by the devotees. So these are the 6 kinds of association with the sadhu. Higher association is only possible with a service attitude. Otherwise there's no sangha. Lower association means exploitation and enjoyment. But higher association can only be achieved through service. By proper association, the quality of your service will increase. Sadhu Sangha and Sadhu Seva is of the utmost importance. The Gaudiya stresses the importance of Sadhu Seva, serving the Sadhu. Whatever you do by the command of the higher devotee will, through him, surely connect you with a higher conception of the Absolute. So whatever you do it with that connection from above and carry out his order. So tatati patikinati, this first 2 points from the shloka. We can start. It is explained nicely by Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. Tatati patikanati, we shall come to present new things to the sadhus and try to live by the old remnants left by them. Giving something for the service of sadhu, in taking his prasadam. Whatever he gives, we accept it. We can increase our attraction and love for a person in such a way, by giving him raw items and by accepting his prasadam. To give items to be utilized by him, and whatever is necessary for ourselves. I won't try to take anything new, but only that which has been rejected by the Vaishnava or Guru. Whether it is a garland, clothes, different decorations or whatever, we shall try to live by the remnants of the Vaishnavas. We shall present new things to the sadhus and we shall try to live by their remnants. Tena dyakdena punjita, give and take, eternally, internally, externally, whatever my position. In taking, we get a high thing from him. Raw materials we supply and we get remnants from him. So this amongst the Indians, they bring bhoga, we offer to the Lord, and we distribute them. It is prasadam, it is the mercy of the Lord. It's immense benefit for everyone who accepts. I can improve my position in this way. If we accept the energy of worldly men, then generally our minds will become polluted and impure. And if the mind is impure, then the remembrance of Krishna will not be very clear. So Vishayira, Anakaile Malina Hoyamana. Malina Mana Hoyle Nahi Krishna Smarana. Remembering Krishna. If one eats the food of a materialist, one's mind becomes polluted. I don't know if you are conscious, but the cook who is cooking and thinking of profit or thinking whatever materialistic thinking he has, or desires he has, or lusty desires, or desire to exploit. All these things we are eating, it enters the food in a subtle way. And it is contaminated. If one eats the food of materialists, one's mind becomes polluted. When the mind becomes polluted, one cannot remember Krishna. This is natural because it's occupied by the same desire who they cook. Cooked it. This is a subtle understanding, not known to this Western, and also in India they forgot. Unfortunately. Thereby, this single attempt we can conquer the whole world. There's no glamour for anything in this world for us. That is the nature of the attempt of this organized preaching of the Gaudiya Math. You can ever accept a kingdom, but not yourself, but for God. So even a kingdom when a devotee gets, but he will not use it for himself. There are so many famous. Bali, there was Yudhishthira, and the Pandavas, and even Ramchandra. Of course, Ramchandra is Krishna himself. But they used it for the benefit. Everything, they were absolutely pure souls. They did not run for enjoyment in this world. And from whomever they take, he is benefited. With this angle of vision, we will be individually responsible for our transaction with the outside parties. When something is dedicated for the service of Krishna, it is a conscious unit. Will a man allow his wife to serve another gentleman? Will she allow? Everything is meant for Krishna consciousness, and not for any other consciousness. Only for him. Everything here is exclusively meant for Krishna, and no other God. We are not materialists. Everything is conscious and fresh, and no other spirit is allowed except to fully dedicate oneself to the Lord. It is such. Every flower born here is only to satisfy Krishna. Radharani will curse us if we try to utilize it for the service of others. They are all meant for this. They will curse us here in the temple also. Trespassers may pluck a flower for medical purpose. They will take some things, but it pains my heart. They are all meant for the service of Krishna, for medical purposes. Some people may take a root or something. I ask them, go to Mahaprabhu, take his permission, then take it. If it is necessary and it cannot be avoided, then I tell them, go, you get his permission first. So whatever we may take, whatever we get, or whatever, we should first offer to him or ask for it if it is some medical blend for our health. Then we ask the Lord to get his blessings. Then it is properly used. One will not be contaminated, will stay in the Shataguna. you have finished, anything to say? Any mental problem? There's not such a thing. If you live in the mode of Shataguna and the transcendental, because no reaction from the outside, from the material brain, is attacking us. So we are becoming free from karma. We become member of the eternal world, Vaikuntha. No anxieties. Everything is perfect. Jai Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Jai Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Sri Gurudev Nityagirustam Suparvanandari Jari Stolsi Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitai Guru Premanandi Mantra Kalpatarubhyas Kripa Sindhu Bhyayacha Patitana